Rain slammed against the apartment windows, while neon lights flickered outside the empty streets. Ethan Cole sat alone in his dark bedroom, staring at the glowing monitor in front of him. It was 2:07 a.m. Most people in the city were asleep. Ethan never slept early anymore. Ever since his parents died in a car accident 2 years ago, nighttime became the only part of life that felt quiet enough to survive. During the day, he attended college classes and pretended everything was normal. But at night, he escaped online. Gaming, streaming, talking to strangers. Anything to avoid silence. That night, his best friend Mason sent him a strange link through Discord, unknown URL. No description. Along with one message, "Bro, don't open this alone." Ethan laughed and joined the voice call. "You seriously scared of a website?" Ethan asked. "You didn't see the videos," Mason replied nervously. "People say weird things happen after 3 a.m. Internet ghost stories again? I'm serious. Some guy disappeared during a live stream." Ethan rolled his eyes and clicked the link anyway. The web page opened slowly. The screen was completely black except for a blinking white cursor in the center. Then words appeared. "Welcome, Ethan Cole." Ethan froze. "How does it know my name?" Mason went silent for a second. "Mine says my name too." The cursor blinked again. Camera access required. Before Ethan could press anything, his webcam suddenly activated by itself. Steek flashed across the screen. Then Ethan saw his own room through the webcam feed. But something was wrong. Behind him stood a tall shadow in the corner of his bedroom. Motionless, watching. Ethan instantly turned around. Nothing was there. His breathing quickened. "Mason, I swear I saw someone." "You too?" Mason whispered. "There's something behind me on my screen." Both of them stared silently at their monitors. The figures in the webcams did not move. Another sentence appeared. "Don't look away." The lights inside Ethan's apartment flickered violently. Thunder shook the building. Then Mason screamed. Ethan looked toward Mason's webcam window, just in time to see a pale hand grab Mason's shoulder from behind. The call disconnected instantly. "Mason?" No answer. Ethan tried calling again. Nothing. The website typed more words. "Your friend left the chat." Ethan slammed the laptop shut. His room fell dark except for flashes of lightning outside. This had to be a prank. A hacker. Some kind of virus. Then his phone vibrated. Unknown number. He answered carefully. "Mason?" Only static answered. Then a whisper came through the speaker. "Don't let it inside." The call ended. Ethan's chest tightened. At that exact moment, the laptop reopened by itself. New text appeared across the screen. "Eating outside." A loud knock echoed through the apartment. Tad, tad. Ethan slowly looked toward the front door. Nobody ever visited this late. Another knock came louder. Towed, towed, towed. The webcam feed switched automatically to the apartment hallway outside his door. A tall black figure stood motionless there, its head tilted unnaturally sideways. Watching the door, watching him. The knocking stopped. Then the speakers crackled with static. A soft voice whispered, "Ethan!" His blood froze. The voice sounded exactly like his dead mother. "Open the door," the voice whispered again. Tears filled Ethan's eyes. "No, you left me alone." Ethan backed away from the computer. "You're not real." The screen suddenly split into dozens of camera windows, showing different people sitting at computers around the world. Some were crying, some screaming, some staring silently into darkness. At the bottom of the screen was a counter marked users. 52. One screen suddenly went black. A horrible scream echoed briefly through the speakers. The number changed. Knigastid users. 51. Ethan realized the truth. The website wasn't haunted. It was hunting people online. Another message appeared. Survive until 3 Masi a.m. Current time. 2:34 a.m. 26 minutes remained. Suddenly footsteps echoed inside Ethan's apartment. Not outside. Inside. Slow dragging footsteps moved through the hallway beyond his bedroom. Ethan grabbed a baseball bat from beside the closet. The footsteps stopped outside his door. Silence. Then the doorknob slowly turned. The bedroom door creaked open. Darkness filled the hallway. Nothing visible. Then something crawled across the ceiling at impossible speed. Ethan barely saw it. Long arms, bent legs, pale skin. He swung the bat wildly. The creature vanished into darkness. The speakers crackled with distorted laughter. Fear makes the connection stronger. Ethan ran into the kitchen and grabbed his phone again. No signal, no Wi-Fi, no emergency calls. The apartment suddenly felt trapped. Like the darkness itself was alive. Then the screen displayed another message. Your mother misses you. Video began playing through the speakers. Tires screeching, glass shattering. His mother screaming during the accident. Ethan collapsed to his knees, covering his ears. Stop! The audio cut off instantly. Then he saw the creature standing at the end of the hallway. This time, clearly, it was unnaturally tall, with gray skin stretched tightly over thin bones. Its arms hung too long. Fingers twitched constantly, but its face was worst of all. No eyes, no nose. Only a giant smiling mouth filled with human teeth. The creature tilted its head slowly, then sprinted toward him. Ethan ran. Lights exploded overhead. Glass shattered across the apartment. The creature crawled across walls and ceiling faster than any human could move. Ethan locked himself inside the bathroom. The door shook violently. Bang! 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 Steam slowly formed words across the mirror. Look behind you. Ethan turned slowly. The shower curtain moved slightly. A pale hand appeared around the edge. He ripped the curtain open. Nothing. Imp. Shower. Then a wet clicking sound came from behind him. The creature stood inches away, smiling. Ethan screamed and shoved it backward before escaping into the hallway. 2:56 a.m. Only 4 minutes remained. The screen showed fewer camera windows now. Connect users. 9 by 1 more feeds disappeared. Connect users. 6. Connect users. 4. The creature crawled slowly across the ceiling toward Ethan. Black liquid dripped from its mouth. Then Ethan's phone rang again. Mason calling. Ethan answered instantly. Mason? Mason? Where are you? Heavy breathing answered. Then Mason whispered weakly. It followed me home. Behind him came horrible clicking noises. Then screaming. The call disconnected. The counter changed again. Technust users. 3. Ethan stared at the glowing internet router near the wall. An idea formed. The website needed connection. Without internet, maybe the thing couldn't stay. 2:59 a.m. The creatures lunged from the ceiling. Ethan dodged and swung the baseball bat directly into the router. Sparks exploded everywhere. The internet died instantly. Every screen in the apartment flickered violently. The creature let out a deafening shriek. The walls shook. Then complete darkness swallowed the room. Silence. Ethan woke up the next morning lying unconscious on the floor. Sunlight streamed through broken windows. The laptop sat beside him completely dead. No website, no messages, no proof. Only deep claw marks carved into the walls. Polis later reported Mason missing. No evidence. No signs of forced entry, nothing. Weeks passed. Ethan tried convincing himself it had all been stress and hallucinations. Until one night while scrolling online, he saw a familiar black link posted in a horror forum. Below it was one message: "Join the late-night chat." Ethan's heart stopped when he noticed the username. Mason still online, and beside the name, a glowing green status light showed. "Active now."